All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday evening. Another edition of KFTV Post-Game Live. CB the franchise, the Stratocaster, Al Chitaros in the building. We had overtime in this one as the Knicks needed overtime to try to win against a woefully shorthanded Pacer team, and even when they got it, they couldn't close. They would lose this one 137 to 134 in overtime. 40 points from Captain Clutch wasn't enough. Yeah, Karl-Anthony Towns fouling out on this one. You had no Knicks defense. I mean, you name it, man. It's just a nightmare night. Throwaway game, but frustrating nevertheless. So call us up in the KFTV Discord. Let us know what you guys thought about this one. Like, share, and subscribe. Salute to the replay gang. Salute to our franchise channel members. CB the franchise, Alex Chitaros on the ones and twos. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let me get this down here. Manageable. All right, man. Okay, man. Yeah, what's going on, man? How you feel, man?
We really got to talk about this game.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. That's what we do, man.
Oh, that's right. That is what we do. We show up, we talk about this game, right? That's what we do.
When we talk about it. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I had no interest in seeing them win this game. I wasn't interested in the fake comeback. I was pretty frustrated from the jump with their terrible defense. And, shout out to Shax. Shax was here yesterday. We did court vision with Shax yesterday. And he pointed it out. He said, listen, man, the Knicks have been pretty fortunate over the last few games in terms of their three-point defense. Not to say that it's been, better in terms of closing guys out and forcing shots, but more fortunate that other teams were missing here. And, give credit to the Pacers from the jump, man. 52% from the field, 40% from three. You had Siakam, the Knick killer, doing what he does best, torching the Knicks. You had Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd was cooking Cap. They couldn't keep their eyes on the Pacer cutters. The Pacer athleticism absolutely torched this Knicks team. So this is why you had a league-leading, almost 40 lead changes in this game, because neither team wanted to defend tonight. But from the Knicks standpoint, you had a Pacer team that's ranked one of the worst offenses in the league right now. No Halliburton, no Obi, no anybody. And the Knicks just had no interest in playing defense tonight. Looks like they're trying to get to the All-Star break. They were lost. Welcome home of Jose Alvarado. He got cooked. Welcome to the TJ McConnell experience, because the Pacers got their own Alvarado. And look, give credit. There's when McConnell's in his bag, there's not too many teams that can stop him. Axe Deuce, axe the Thunder last year in the finals, but still. It wasn't a great night. It wasn't a great homecoming for Alvarado. I thought Pacers just, shot right over him, really cooked him tonight. So that was that, man. Yeah, you had the 40 points from Cap and all of that, but I thought the late game execution was woeful, with Cap trying to hero ball his way to victory there. And just overall, just frustrating, man. Your thoughts on this one?
This game was, if you like offense, you certainly got all of that tonight. But CP, as you mentioned in your monologue, this is a team that is awful. They had 13 wins and 40 losses coming into this game. We're talking about just having Nembhard, Siakam, TJ McConnell. Like, this team is beaten. This team is intentionally trying to lose games. They're not even playing Zubac, man. They traded for him. They're not looking to play him right now. And the fact that they came to Madison Square Garden, won tonight, when the Knicks, even if you don't have OG Anunoby, you have more than enough to go out there and actually win this game. And the fact that they even couldn't do anything to muster up just a modicum of defense, CP, just to stop this team it's just disappointing, because when you just beat the Celtics, you had a good win against the Celtics. Yeah. It was a BTA night, a BTA matinee against the Celtics, where you're like, oh, wow, this team could be in control. Why wouldn't you do the same exact thing in a game like tonight, especially when you have another game tomorrow against a tough opponent who's looking to try to climb the Eastern Conference standings in the Philadelphia 76ers. Now you got to go there exhausted because guys were damn near playing 40 minutes tonight. You had Bridges and Hart playing 40 minutes. Brunson playing 40 minutes as well. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, can we just go out there and play some serious basketball? Like, that's all we needed to do. And to your point on the late game execution, there was just a simple play, and it really stood out in overtime where you could have made it 10 times simpler. Just get the ball to Cat, man. It's Potter. Like, what are we doing here? Even on the first play, guess who was guarding Karl-Anthony Towns? Nembhard. Brunson was in the paint, and instead he kicks it out to Shamet. I get it. I get why you're doing that. I know that's the principle of what Mike Brown wants. Sometimes we got to throw what the game plan is and make it very simple when we're looking at a bad opponent and a mismatch all day long. Potter is nowhere in the same stratosphere as Karl-Anthony Towns. And what are we doing not just feeding him the rock, man? Why? Like, especially in overtime.
What was this the same Potter that was on the Knicks Summer League team? Was this the same guy?
That's the same guy.
So this is essentially you're going up against like your practice league center, basically.
Correct.
Your practice squad. You know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, if this was training camp, you're going up against like your practice squad guy. And like, that is where my frustration is, and it's twofold, right? We had AD Antonio Daniels on the show just yesterday, and I'm asking him because right now, bro, I'm out of options. I'm out of answers or even opinions on the ineffectiveness of Karl-Anthony Towns right now. You have Mike Brown out talking to the media, well, there's other ways to impact the game. Yeah, we get that. And he's doing that. He's rebounding the ball. He is trying hard. Don't tell me he's checked out. I'm talking about going to get buckets. That is why you traded for him. That is why you traded for him. That is what you're going to need if you really want to be a championship contender. You can't just put it on Brunson and everything and save the day. So it's twofold in that you've got your practice squad player out there at the 5, Jay Huff out there at the 5, and they still don't get him the ball. When they do get him the ball, he's forced to go isolation because they don't get him the ball in rhythm. And maybe we just need to face the fact that if he's habitually hooking guys, maybe we just need to accept the fact that in year 10, year 11, he's lost a step. Right? He can't create the separation.
Right.
So either his knees is shot, knees is cooked, or he's slowing down. He's lost a step if he has to go to that move. So that means we got to figure out in a pick and roll, pick and pop situation to figure out how to get the best out of him. And they're just not doing it. So I'm like, man, give him the ball. And then what happens, Al? He hip checks Jackson for his 6th foul. I'm just like, bro, I'm politicking for you. And you let... I can't. I threw it up in the air, bro. I almost threw the game. I almost turned the game off.
But CP, it's always like it's a double-edged sword because there's the dumb fouls that he makes, and then there's the fouls that he should not even be getting called against. And it's like, what? There's no winning. There is absolutely no winning. But then the thing is too, like when he's out there, as you pointed out, we're not even utilizing him. What are we doing with Karl-Anthony Towns, man? He can't just be a $55 million player just grabbing boards for us, trying to be like a Sabonis. He's not Sabonis. Stop with this is where I can understand you want him to do what you want in the offense, but you got to meet him halfway, man. And it just seems like Mike Brown is not meeting him halfway at this point, where you're like, all right, you want to rebound? He's rebounding. You want him to pass? He had some really good passes
He took
tonight.
it overtime for him. There's impact in the game.
He had the 2 free throws, man. He had the 2 free throws.
Clutch free throws.
And then to start it all off, and this is nothing against Shamet, but he's not the guy I should be seeing getting a look underneath the basket.
Oh my God! And hit the bottom of the rim. Hit the bottom of the rim. I'm like, bro, we are making this way too hard on ourselves here, man. Sometimes on the offensive side, it's way too hard. Hey, if you want to say forget Towns, bro, Mikal Bridges had 6 beautiful mid-range shots in that 4th quarter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got Mikal going. He was in his mid-range bag in the 4th quarter. Like, I just feel like there's opportunities out there on the court. You have so many options, and it's a double-edged sword with the Captain Clutch thing, because when he's cooking, you're like, oh, this is great. He's fantastic. He was in his bag. He was in his arsenal. The footwork, all of that, beautiful. But then it's like, oh, my goodness. how many possessions in that fourth quarter where you're just like banging your head against the wall because it's like, try something else. We got options out there.
Brunson had 7 shots in the fourth quarter. Cat had 5. But it's like, I get it. You're trying to go for the 3. You're trying to go for the kill. Switch it up, man.
Yeah.
Just every single time.
But when did Cat get his 5? Was it in the beginning of the fourth before he sat with the second unit?
Yeah, it was in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I'm not trying to say that Cat. I'm just acknowledging Cat did get his touches.
Yeah.
However, we don't need the whole last 5 minutes of the game. Brunson. The whole point, like, this is where it's just confusing with Mike Brown. It's like, you want everyone to get involved so that way we don't have to go to Brunson and make his workload easier. Tonight, against an Indiana Pacers team where it should be a very easy night, why are we making 10 times hard and giving Brunson like so many shots, man? He had like 30 some odd shots. 30. This is even before we even got to overtime, man. He didn't take that many shots in overtime.
Frustrating.
This is what it is, just bothersome, man. And so I got to look at Mike Brown tonight, being like, dude, make it easy, man. The whole point that why you're here is to make the offense easy. Give Towns some looks in the paint. Once again, if you haven't watched what Karl-Anthony Towns does, I implore everybody, go back to way down in Minnesota. He got paint touches. Yes, he can drive. We know that. He can do that, especially going to the right. We know he can shoot threes. I don't even see trailer threes. Dude, there was a spot in overtime. I know they got to Shamet. I saw a pick and pop for Cat. I was like, that man is wide open. And it was like a force fed into the paint to Shamet. I'm like, I have no idea what we're looking at this point. I was like, that could have been the easiest shot for Karl-Anthony Towns all night long. And we're looking everywhere else but Towns. And at this point, it's now you got to start looking at the coach. I know the players got to call for the rock too. I'm looking at the head coach, man. Why is this man not involved more in the offense? Easily.
I'm lost, man. Just super frustrating between his decision making, the captain's decision making, the coach's decision making. Hey, when they're on, they're on. But on nights like this, it shouldn't have come down to this, man. Like I said, I thought they set a really bad tone with their defense. The defense was woeful. They were totally disjointed, totally disconnected.
They didn't care, CP. They thought it would be an easy night because it was the Indiana Pacers. They were playing with their food tonight.
Yeah. Nembhard was out there cooking. Siakam always cooking. The kid Jackson was cooking. How much Jackson had tonight, man? He looked good tonight, man. Kid looked like a player.
Jackson had 19 points.
19 points. And then poor Grant Theft. Grant Theft was getting his food ate tonight. Welcome home, buddy. Oh, man.
Welcome home to the Indiana Pacers. This is TJ McConnell.
TJ watched that game yesterday. He said, watch this. They say they got another McConnell. Not so fast, buddy. Watch when I get to my spots and pull up. I mean, TJ was sensational, man. So, yeah, and that's why you get the result that you get, man. Like I said, bro, I was not impressed with the fake Knick comeback. I was ready for the game. I couldn't wait for the game to be over. I didn't think they deserved to win this game whatsoever, and I was not impressed by any means by the fake Knick comeback. I don't care what the score was.
This game was hanging around. Me and the missus were watching this. And I was like, just watch right here. We're going into overtime right now.
Yeah.
She's like, are you actually? I was like, oh, yeah, this is going into overtime. I have no idea how it's going to end, but we're going into overtime with this nonsense. And sure enough, it went into overtime. You can just sense when this team is ready to go into overtime just by like how wacky I mean, let's also keep it a bean. Like, nobody was playing defense. Pacers weren't playing defense at all. But it was like the amount of turnovers, the sloppiness, like there was some even like even Brunson inbounding the ball where it's like,
oh yeah, I was like, that looked a little sketchy.
I was like, hold on, what's going on?
Yeah, that little like tennis ball tap. I was like, well, did he even step out of bounds yet? So yeah, that was a little that was interesting. That definitely got
even the overturn for Shamet. I was like, Shamet put his hands on the guy. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm happy to take that we won the challenge, but I'm like, this game everywhere between Pacers, Knicks, even the refs, man. I was like, do we all just not care? Are we all ready for the All-Star break? Are we all ready to tap out?
Clearly. I mean, look, while tomorrow they can come out looking like gangbusters, this certainly isn't the circumstances that you want to go into Philly with. And losing this game, you're 5.5 back at Detroit. You're tied with Boston. Winnable game at home. You got to take this one, man. on the first night of a back-to-back. You got to take this one. But yeah, I thought the defense was just outright woeful, man. From the guards down to the bigs. Huck, let's go back to that buyout. Let's go back to the buyout market. See what's going on. Do we have any centers available? I saw is Kelly Olynyk going to be an option? Can we finally get Kelly Olynyk? You know, that's been my guy, man. I've been campaigning for Kelly, man. I don't know how much he has left. Mason Plumlee? Do we go get Mason Plumlee in the mix?
Oh man,
I think we need.
I was tapping into the NBA report. I was tapping into the NBA report with you and Combo. Great job as always. And Combo was making. You want Kevin Love? Yeah, man. Like who's that? This is the buyout market, man. Like what are we getting? Like the top end? Like it's not like you're going to go buy a Porsche or Ferrari around here, man. We're talking about getting like a Honda Civic with like 300,000 miles on it. That's what we're getting at this point.
Yeah. You at the Dollar Tree, man. No offense if you shop there, man. Sometimes I got to go there and pick up something myself. So, yeah, that's how it is. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Let us know how you feeling in the chat. Throw an emoji in the chat. Let us know how you feeling, man. I'm Aggie, man. I'm aggravated. I'm frustrated, man. I didn't like this loss tonight, man. Frustrated. Shout out to AFK to God Al. $20 super chat. Number one in the chat leaderboard says, thank you guys for saying everything I feel. It's like they go out of their way not to give Towns the ball. Brunson never looks for Towns. Why didn't Shamet shoot more? Brunson was 3 of 13 from 3. I thought Shamet got a ton of looks. He was bricking. How much Shamet got to? Yeah, he took 11 threes, my man. I thought Shamet shot more than enough. More than enough. Carl had single-digit threes.
Shamet had 14 shots, man.
Yeah, he took 14 shots. He ate tonight.
You know who ate the most, though?
Yeah.
Can we just stop for a second and look at this shot distribution, man? This is what I don't get. 31 shots for Brunson. The next person is Towns with 17. You should not have that big of a jump. That is huge.
Yeah, it's off, man. It's off. Bright spots. I thought Hart looked good tonight. I thought Hart played well. He did a good job facilitating. He had a triple-double again tonight. He moves to third on the all-time list, man. Great job by Josh Hart. I thought he did a good job. Very, very high-octane pace in this game now. Pace was very quick, Pace was very quick. And give credit to Carlisle. I thought he knows his team's weaknesses. He knows how to exploit Cap, and he went wide at him. They ran the Knicks raggedy through screens. Pacers had great ball movement, relied on their speed and athleticism, and so for one of the worst offenses in the league, Knicks certainly had them looking like their own selves. Knicks had them looking like the Pacers of old. No Halliburton, no Obi, no problem. So there it is. But Siakam, man, great player, got into his bag. Knicks had no answers there, and then you had 24 from Nembhard. 19, Quentin Jackson, 19 points. He was really good tonight. 5-7 from the field, 4-6 from downtown. Got some, that's the thing, man. When Cap has to guard again, like a lot of these athletes, they kill him on the boards. They get after him on the 50-50 balls. He loses those battles. So sometimes those can be a little bit tricky there. I didn't think the Knicks guards did well at all today, whether it was boards or on the defensive side.
Well, these guys got a lot of speed. CP, Naismith, Nembhard. Yeah. You even throw Siakam in there just by the way that he moves. Like those three alone in that starting five, and then you throw Jackson in there who was hustling like there was no tomorrow. Like it's just going to be tough for this Knicks team just to keep that type of pace. And look, that's why in these battles, man, the Knicks. That's why the Knicks look so much better against the Nuggets, who move at that same like methodical pace, versus a Pacers team who's ready to just run and gun, constantly shape-shift the floor, and just constantly look for mismatches and just expose the defense and looks for gaps, man. That's just what they do on the regular. Yeah. And everyone, if you notice, like when you watch the Pacers, everyone's flowing. Once they find somebody who touches the ball, it's always in motion, always going to the next thing, keeping guys on their heels, and it's just constantly. It just never ends.
Never ends.
And that's what makes it so difficult for the Knicks, man. That's where. And the Pacers know that. They know they'll that's why they don't really like play defense like that. They're like, keep up. Yeah. Try to keep up with us.
That's right. That's right. So yeah. I'm I'm just going.
It's aggravating, man.
I'm aggravated. I'm aggy right now.
Aggravating, man. Just because they have 40 family show losses.
I just
don't understand how we can come into this matchup and just like, you had such a great game against the Celtics.
Yeah. And you
how does this make sense?
Come back and mail
this
it
should
in.
be an easy. You're trying to create separation. The Celtics are right there behind you.
I can tell you what it is. The travel agent called and said, "Hey, man, your trip is ready. The jet is ready.
Turks and Caicos.
Turks, you know what I mean? We got the jet gassed
Bahamas,
up on the tarmac.
Jamaica.
They ready, man. They ready to get up out of here. The dog is probably already somewhere there. I don't even know if he plays tomorrow. You know." The dog probably already halfway to Aruba.
Probably not playing, man. No need to play.
No need.
I honestly do even want to play Mitch tomorrow. Like, well, these guys just extended themselves. Do you really want to play Mitch tomorrow?
Yeah.
Against the Sixers? I don't even know, man.
I'm still laughing, man, because I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I finally saw, and Cappy's motioning the cat, he's like, come through. So I'm like, okay, yes, it's coming. The pick and roll. The destruction is here. We got him. The cat's coming through. I'm coming, Cap. He hip checks Quentin Jackson. Number 6. I said, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sitting here campaigning for the guy. Give Cat the ball.
You want a 2-man game between our top players on this team?
I said, well, there goes that idea. Wrap the game up. It's over with.
At least we got a glimpse of the 2-man game last year. We didn't even get that this year.
I'm watching it in slow motion like, here it is. I've been waiting for this all night. He hip checks the kid. I said, oh, God. Nobody, yo. You can't make it up, man. It's Murphy's Law. It is Murphy's Law, man.
But I look at that foul too, CP. I'm like, it could have gone either way. Like,
yeah, I thought it was a dead. I thought he got him dead to rights. I thought easily that was going to be offensive.
Look, man, I don't know. Some of these, the thing is that they're looking to call foul on Towns every single night for every single play, man. Yeah. They are truly combing with a fine-tooth comb to get him on everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I guess that's why I was thinking that's automatic. Because of his whistle, his history.
No, for sure. His whistle is probably one of the worst in the league.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's why it's so frustrating, because there's like, all right, so he's getting we know that you can come through with a metal bat and knock him out as he's driving. He doesn't get a call. And then at the same time where it's like he breathes on a guy and it's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I know above the rim saying Cap should have waited. I get it. I get it. But you still got the result you got, you know?
That's actually, I just saw the tweet too. That's what Brunson did say. He said he should have been a little bit more patient.
Oh, is that right? Send me that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. But, you know, can't take it back. The call was the call, you know?
There you go. Shout out to Christian Winfield, man, with the tweet.
Shout out to Chris Splashed. Let's pull it up. Doing some research here. And trying to add some levity to the night. You know, it's frustrating loss, but, you know, you can have a laugh here. Okay, there we go. Yep. Brunson says he should have been a little bit more patient when Karl-Anthony Towns picked up his 6th foul setting a screen. Well, I guess because we don't see it that often, they don't have the chemistry. They don't have the timing. Their timing is off. This is what we're asking for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're asking for, Jalen and Carl, and anybody watching that can relay the message. This is what we're asking for. A little more 2-man game. When you guys get to LA and you're doing your stops and your promos and all of that, you're just getting a little practice gym and, just hang out together. Just get a little chemistry going, man. You know?
You want a 2-man game on this team? Go
I would love to see it. You know?
Well,
can we make things a little bit easier?
How much time you got? How much time you got, man? Because you're just gonna be waiting
not
a long
much time. I don't got much. I'm trying to see my team win a championship. I don't got much time left, bro.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. We couldn't get one with Julius. Even we is there think about this, CP. The best 2-man games we've seen is between a star player and a role player. Go back whether it's like Julius and Reggie Bullock.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I mean? The 2-man game is Brunson and Hart.
Yeah, that's the 2-man game.
That's the 2-man game. That's why you need Hart out there. You know, that's why you need Hart out there, man. So, like I said, man, we're just trying to have some fun here, man. It's a frustrating loss. Bear with us. Salute to everybody in the chat. $15 super chat. JFK to God says exactly. They never went back to Bridges. This dude was just chucking 31 shots, 4-14 from 3. Let Towns take a mid-range shot. It's just 3-pointers and Julius drop kick layups. Julius Randle drop kick layups. Yeah, and if you're not getting those, it's going the other way. Shout out Mr. Virginia, $278, $5 super chat says 1, should have played bench guys with the weak defensive effort. And 2, Brunson comes off a cat screen to shoot and doesn't even look at him. Crazy. Well, sir, they did play all the bench guys. They just didn't fare too well. Welcome home, Jose. He got cooked. Huck Porty, cooked. Clarkson, he's lost in the sauce. You know, Clarkson's lost in the sauce. He took 1-3. You know, so he's all over the place. He needs an all-star break. Clarkson needs a break. He needs a break.
Yeah, man. I mean, even that bounce pass, that guy, I was like, who is that to?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Jay Huff saved him on the 1 point that he got. That was a goaltend. Because Clarkson's all over the place right now. So
and you heard Mike Brown, not Mike Brown, Mike Breen. He was like, I didn't think that one was going in. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Can we please give Clarkson a little leeway?
Yeah, Clarkson needs a little break. He needs a little break, man.
And put down the phone, my guy.
Yeah.
Put down the phone.
That's right. Yeah.
Especially after games. Just put down the phone. And literally got on Twitter after the Celtics game and was gone.
Yeah. But the thing was, and that's what I was saying on Sunday, it's like nobody added him. He was searching his name. Like, you just won a big game in Boston. Why would you take yourself away from the team moment and go on Twitter and just start going down a rabbit hole? Like, come on, bro. The algorithm's got you in a chokehold. You got to relax. Get back on the bus. Get back to the Four Seasons, get you a lobster dinner, and get back home, man. You're in Boston. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some seafood. You know where to send them to. You just won a good game. Super Bowl Sunday. Get your Super Bowl grub on, you know? Get a little caviar or something. This guy instead goes to Twitter and says, let me see what the people are saying about my rough play. You know, he's just asking for trouble, man. It's asking for trouble, bro. Can't do that out. But yeah, he had a little fun with it. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Let's get him a little break. Okay, Aggravated. Shout out to Aggravated, man. $5 super chat says, too bad the Knicks don't see the Pacers, how the Pistons see the Knicks. This game shouldn't have even been close. I'm Aggie as hell right now. Yeah, Aggravated, man. He's got to be mad, Al. His name is Aggravated, man. You know, he's got to be mad, man. So, shout out to Aggravated. Janelle Torre, $5 super chat says, why do we have 6'5 Josh Hart guarding 6'8 Siakam? I like how Party's energy, but he's a third-string center. Well, I just think they were looking for the experience there. I don't think they trusted Diawara on him, even though he did a good job on Jalen Brown Sunday. What'd you make of that, Al? They didn't really give Diawara that much minutes on Siakam, didn't seem like, right?
I mean, in a game like tonight, I would have given. I mean, he did a good job against Jalen Brown. Why not reward that with even another challenge against Pascal Siakam? I mean, out of all the guys that we have that can match up with him, it's none of the guys in the starting lineup. So why not go to Diawara, who honestly I would have probably started over Shamet in this one if you're trying to like mix and match. Why not start with Diawara, give him the minutes, and see, hey, could you take in Siakam tonight and get like a good idea, man? Because look, Shamet, okay, we know what you can do. Give Diawara the go ahead match. He's physical, has the defensive acumen. You know, he's improving every single game. You got to reward that too, man. And when you're a rookie too. Don't you think he would add to like that momentum that you just had against Jalen Brown, saying, "Oh, my coach is really trusting me right now. I'm really moving in the right direction, building the confidence of a young player. He's giving me this responsibility to go against Pascal Siakam, an all-star, a champion in this league, man. You know, people who are like, if he's even searching the internet amongst Knicks Twitter, who's saying that he could be the next Siakam based on his frame. Not saying that he will be the next Siakam, but this is the guy that he could potentially emulate. Why not go give the rookie that chance and that opportunity and go build up on his confidence? Instead, you give him 18 minutes, and we don't even really get that much of an idea. Could he hang with Siakam tonight? I mean, this is the project, especially if you're not going to have OG, your best defender out there, go with your next best guy, which I thought it would have been Diawara tonight.
Yeah, it's a good point. Good point. I don't know. Brown seemed to be all over the place tonight. So
he's ready for a vacation.
Yeah,
too,
he's
CP.
ready for a vacation. If we have any sound bites from Brown, send them my way out. In the meantime, let me go through some more of the super chats. I think I got everything. Shout out to James Cagle. Just wasted a Hart triple-double tonight at home. Bad luck, yeah. Yeah, Hart did have a triple-double tonight. For you diehard Knicks fans in the chat, for you franchise channel members, shout us out in the chat, and we will shout you guys out as well. Hey, if you're a Pacer fan in here, you're hating, let us know you're in here as well, man. All people are welcome. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format, so no reason to miss it. If you have to leave, you got to go to sleep, you got to catch up for work, catch up on the audio podcast side. You can subscribe on KnicksFanTV on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and literally everywhere. Okay, let's get to the phones here, what the people got to say. Let me get to the Knicksfix. The other day he said we're champions. I want to hear how he sounds tonight, man. Knicksfix. Kick us off tonight, man.
Bro, CP, Alex, what up, guys?
How are you, man?
What up?
Yeah, all right, man. Just let me rip for like 2 minutes, man.
All right.
Me and Zach were kicking in the lounge there, bro. All right, enough is enough. Enough is enough, bro. Mike Brown gotta feel the heat after this. Yo, the first thing is this. Mikal came out that game scorching hot.
9 points. Yeah, he did. He started the game off hot. Yeah, fourth quarter too. Go ahead.
Yeah, 9 points in the first quarter. How? Cat was rebounding. Josh Hart pushing the pace and catching him on cherry picking in the backdoor cuts. He was getting easy buckets. What does he do at the 6-minute mark? Hockey swap. There goes Cat, Shamit, and Hart all out. So now Mikal ain't got nobody to set him up, and you basically ice him out. You ice out your guy who gets you going to start the game. And this is not the first time this dude has done this. Like, Mikal usually gets the first play ran for him, and he starts the game off hot, if you notice, and then for some reason we go away from him. Now, okay, fine, Mikal's out. Bro, tell me why, guys, is Kolek not getting minutes over Clarkson? Clarkson played 13 minutes tonight. 4 points. 4 points. Now, here's the other thing. Mo Diawara is perhaps, without OG out, like with OG out, Mo Diawara is not your best perimeter defender in the game. Why are we playing Shamit on Nembhard? Mikal was guarding Neesmith, and Josh Hart is on Siakam? Bro, play Mo Diawara. Like, if you're missing your best three defenders, if you're missing Mitch, OG, and Deuce, right? You got to be tight with your rotations, man. You got to play Mo and Kolek and bench Clarkson. And this is the most important thing. You can't keep saying like, okay, we got to play. Cat's doing X, Y, and Z to help the team out. No, man, the dude is the offensive engine. Like he's shown you for years. He's got it. He's not an offensive hub. He's not Sabonis. Set up some plays for him, man. Let this dude shoot. Let him rock. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm heated. I'm heated because these are winnable games.
Yeah.
These are winnable games, fellas.
Definitely was a winnable game. Hey, rate that call in the chat. Good people in the chat. This is the People's Show. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. This is the Knicksfix on point. Throw a 5 or up to a 5. And if you think that's overreaction, man, throw a 1, 2, whatever you want, man. This is your show. Don't let me sway your opinion one way or the next. You know, on the Kolek thing, I don't see them benching Clarkson just yet. He's already out of sorts. I don't think that's going to happen. For me, what they're looking for, Al, they're looking for some more shooting, some more scoring. You got Brunson, you got Alvarado out there, and maybe a little bit more size at the guard position, even though they are undersized without OG there. Remember, that's OG's spot. If OG plays this game, Clarkson's not playing at all. You know what I'm saying? So, how many minutes are we talking about here? 4 minutes? 13 minutes. But even still, if OG's playing in this game, we're not even talking about Clarkson tonight. You know,
we're not talking about Clarkson tonight. And the thing is, like, even for
you need a
Kolek,
defense.
we got Alvarado too, which is the thing is, he's going to get those minutes right now. CP, they're going to try to get him more acclimated, because you don't just trade for a guy mid-season who you expect to help with this team and take over, not necessarily for like to help fill Deuce's role, right? And if you're going to do that, you got to give him the minutes, you got to give him the run time, just so that way he can get used to the system and just get comfortable with the players around him. So unfortunately, Kolek is probably going to be the guy that gets, the short end of the stick here. So that's the other thing why you're probably not going to see Kolek tonight. However, once again, DOR should have been in that starting rotation, guarding Pascal Siakam, matching height for height. I mean, we just saw we know this CP. I mean, if you watch film, it doesn't even matter what team you coached. Siakam, if you put a shorter defender on him, doesn't matter how strong, quick, does not matter. He's going to shoot and get to his spots and shoot over them. He's got the range. He's got the height. We've seen this so many times and times again. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the league. If you just watch him, just 5 minutes in this game, it's like, this guy's just shooting over Josh Hart. You know what I should do? Mo, get off the bench.
Yeah.
Go put a hand in his face. It's just that simple, man. I feel like sometimes we make it more complicated than it needs to be, and it's just that simple.
CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Knicks lose 137-134 in overtime. Call us up on the KFTV Discord. Let us know why you're mad and get your frustration out. This is officially Knicks therapy. Lost the game, man. This is Knicks therapy. So let's talk about it. Call us up. Let's hear what Mike Brown had to say. He's at the podium. We'll get a little take on here. Let me hear the audio first. Might have to turn this up. Hang tight. Here we go.
You think that?
Yeah, we got to turn this up, man. SNY. Come on, SNY. What are we doing, man? Help me out here, bro. All right, here we go.
It was just Indiana hitting their shots, or did you see a lack of urgency on defense tonight?
I mean, it was a combination of both. Again, first of all, you got to give Indiana credit. They played hard. They played hard offensively. They played, they like to play fast. And so one of our big things was, hey, we got to make sure that we limit transition. And our guys did an okay job of that. They got free a couple of times in transition, but to have them score 9 points in transition, that's pretty good. In the front court, they played fast. They got in and out of their pick and rolls, and because they played fast, we weren't able to be as physical with them. And when they were going to set screens, and they're slipping out, so now it causes a little confusion, especially if you're not talking, especially if you're not doing your work early. And they have us on our heels because we're hesitating going with the shooter because we might stay with the ball a little too long, and those types of things. So we just have to get better with our physicality first, and our communication second. And if we do, now when we close out, again, we close out 2 bodies, and it's a physical closeout as opposed to closing out the airspace and letting them shoot.
All right, that was Mike Brown. Now, I thought he was on point. That's a lot of what we saw. The pace of the Pacers and their screens, their constant screens. You got to be on the string. Got to be on the string with your communication and your physicality. But the Pacers were able to outsmart the Knicks here, man. Just slipping a lot of the screens and, again, running Brunson through a lot of actions. And then that caused the Knicks to kind of scramble a little bit, especially earlier on in the game. And so, yeah, they became a difficult matchup tonight for the Knicks, man.
Absolutely. That's what they always do. They just try to make sure that they put Brunson in a defensive blunder so that way he's just too exhausted on the offensive end. And you see that tonight, man, even where, he's getting good, decent looks. But let's think about it over time while you're doing this for 48 minutes, right? Not saying he's playing all 48 minutes, but even for the 30-some minutes before overtime, you keep having to run through screens, having to stay in front of your defender, switching, doing all that stuff. It's all miles. It all adds on to the wear and tear throughout the game where now you're getting more exhausted. And so now not only did the Pacers get what they want defensively, getting him in mismatches where they could expose him defensively, but now you're getting him exhausted on offense where now he has to exert even more effort trying to create for himself or for others. And so they're just able to do that, man. And it's the thing about Carlisle. It's the chess game within the chess game of what he's doing, man. And that's why the Pacers are constantly a thorn in the Knicks side because they're thinking 4 steps ahead to what the Knicks are going to do right now.
Yeah, great point. Absolutely great point. Shout out to our guy, Eric Horn, out Jackson, Mississippi's own, the only Knicks fan in Mississippi holding us down. C sends a $5 super chat, says, I was so mad I threw the Timbs at the TV. Now I got to go to Best Buy. Okay, so my man chopped the TV up. So he's got to go to the Jackson, Mississippi Best Buy and get himself a new tube. It happens, man. It happens. Knicks definitely stunk up the joint. So we definitely hear the frustration there, Eric, and hang in there, man. Speaking of stinking up the joint, Al, shout out to. Oh, hang on. I got the wrong thing up here. My fault. Okay, here we go. Speaking of stinking up the joint, Al, shout out to our sponsor, man. Mando. Shout out to our guys, man. ShopMando.com is where you want to go for whole body deodorant, Al, and 72 hours of odor protection. Hey, the Knicks could have used that tonight. It might have helped them win a game, and maybe it would have helped them with their defense because they certainly stunk up the joint. But in all seriousness, one thing I like about Mando, hey, I rock it right now. Natural ingredients, man. So you don't got to worry about that aluminum and all that other like artificial stuff, man. Natural ingredients from Mando, whole body deodorant, and they have the deodorant in different forms. So you got the spray for some of you guys that like the spray type. You have the solid type. You have the cream deodorant. So they have a lot of different ones. And again, you can use it as a whole body deodorant. So use our code KFTV for 20% off your order plus free shipping. And they have a whole lot of scents. You got Pro Sport, Cedar Grove, Clover Woods, you name it, man. Check them out at shopmando.com. 20% off your order plus free shipping. You could try out the starter pack. So you could try out, all the different varieties there and then see what you like and then come back and order some more, man. And shout out to Mando. They've been a friend of the program for quite some time now, Al. And, I've been using it, man. It's good stuff. I got to tell you right now, man. I went to the gym yesterday, and I wish I had, like, one in my bag. I would have gave one to one of these poor guys, man.
Oh, God.
You got to have proper gym etiquette, man. This, I go to the gym, man, and, bro, this guy, my fella's like, stay away from the cut sleeve shirts if your underarms are smelling like onions. Come on, man. You got to have courtesy for everybody in the gym, Al. You know what I'm saying?
That's
just
gross.
walking around. He's like, he's one of those, like, lunkheads. He's walking around. It feels like he wants to fight every machine. But my man's underarms is killing the whole place. Like, it felt like the machines were about to collapse. That's how bad it was. I needed to get my man a full Mando endorsement. And if I see him tomorrow, I might just pack one with me. Like, yo, take this, man. I don't even know you, my man, but please don't come back here without taking handle that. Come on, man. It's basic
That's
hygiene.
nasty.
He wasn't a young whippersnapper either, Al. He was either my age or probably older. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take showers before you go to the gym.
Yeah,
and take
I
showers
do.
after you go to the gym.
Yeah.
That is good gym hygiene.
Yeah.
Never understood people who just like go in there and like, man,
Bro,
that is nasty, bro.
cut sleeves. And he's just walking around like he owns the joint, like he ain't taking a shower in 3 weeks. Like, come on, man. I'm really about to pack, because, man, though, they send me joints like every week. I'm really about to pack a box up, like, my man, from me to you.
But CP, it's also guys like that will be like too close in your personal space. And you're like, yo, man, take a step back.
Yeah.
Don't get far away from me, man.
Come on, man. Shout out to everybody that goes to my
And some
gym, man.
and some of you gotta stop wearing the same clothes over and over without washing it. All right,
Yeah.
there's some of you that go to the gym too. I just saw you in the same tank yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, same shorts too. Don't be doing that, man. Let's have some good gym hygiene.
Shout out to all the homies at my gym that watch the show, man. They probably know who I'm talking about, man. He's a repeat offender. Yeah, man. Guy came out and said, oh, my God, I almost fainted. But anyway, shout out to our guys at Mando, man. KFTV, 20% off plus free shipping at shopmando.com. If you see anybody at the gym underarms off point, you give them one of those, man.
Throw him a Febreze while you're at it.
Yeah, throw him a Febreze, yeah. Shout out to JFK the God, $10 super chat, says that Knicksfix is on point. We need some front office jobs. Tonight, we will prescribe exactly what the issue is. How can these professional coaches and assistants not see this, not notice this? Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes the people got the answers, man, And sometimes the paying customers have the answers here. Let's get to the key stats of the night, if you will.
Key stats.
Shall we? Shall we talk about the key stats tonight? Okay. Hey, it's part of the show. It's part of the program, so we got to do it. All right. Okay. Hey, well, obviously, as you know, 137-134. Knicks losing overtime. Both teams hot from the field. Pacers shoot 52% from the field, 50 for the Knicks. 40% for the Pacers from three, though, to only 30 for the Knicks, which is kind of one of the differences here. If you're not going to play defense, you got to be able to keep up. And the Knicks weren't up to speed on their threes in terms of converting. Both teams fairly even at the charity stripe. 73% for the Pacers, 74% for the Knicks. Knicks did win the rebounding battle despite no Mitchell Robinson, 46-43, but could only muster up 8 offensive rebounds. Knicks did win the assist battle 33-30. Turnovers, again, wasn't even an issue. Knicks turned it over 12 times, lead to 6 Pacer points. Pacers turned it over 11 times, led to 21 Knicks points. Fast break battle, Knicks won that one, easy 19-9. Points in the paint also to the Knicks, as you would expect, 60-48. Where was that in overtime and the fourth quarter? And largest lead of the night, 8 for the Knicks, 9 for the Pacers. I mean, this is dead even. Both teams led the game at 45% apiece.
My key stat for tonight, CP, 39 lead changes. The most this season.
Yeah.
And I bring up the 39 lead changes because at no point, this goes to the defensive effort, at no point did the Knicks give any defensive effort to stop the Pacers from getting back into this one.
No.
To allow 39 lead changes, and I get what the Pacers do. I get the speed that they play with. I get all that. But for, once again, a team that is missing their engine, Tyrese Halliburton, you cannot allow these guys to get into any offensive groove, and that they did. And so I'm going to get the 39 lead changes because that's a win for the Pacers. They knew that, if we stay in this thing as long as possible, we could get this one. And sure enough, they did. So I'm going to get the 39 lead changes. If you want to talk about anything else, the turnovers, I thought it was just sloppy turnovers tonight. I know it's 12 within the range of what the Knicks usually average on a night-to-night basis. But some of this stuff was just what are we looking at here? It's just very easy turnovers that you could have fixed just by taking one extra second. But let me not do that. Let me give a good solid pass. Let me just think about it a little bit more. Just that one extra second. So I'm going to go with those two things for the night, CP.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Pacers' hot shooting, man. Again, this was a team that was one of the worst teams offensively in the league, and the Knicks just really allowed them to get whatever they wanted out there, and that's what made this game super difficult for the Knicks. And so, hey, is this the all-star malaise? They just trying to get out of there? Okay, fine, but hey, the Pacers certainly were trying to get out of there with a win. You had Halliburton on the sideline eating his popcorn with Obi. They were having a good time. They were entertained. And so you gotta tighten up defensively, the Knicks defense. And we just did the whole film breakdown with Shaq's yesterday. Well, they did not show up tonight, and they were certainly in all-star form. So you got the result that you got. 137-134 in overtime, and the Knicks would ultimately fall to the Indiana Pacers, man. All right, so to everybody in the chat once again, CP and Alex on the ones and twos. We're going to get to the phones in just a bit. Just had to get to the key stats of the night. Okay, all right. Let's get to the phones, man. Zach on the Discord. Zach, I know, mute your mic.
What's good?
How you feel, man?
Oh, I'm not going to, blow up like this is the end of the Knicks season. But at the same time, this was a poorly played game, right? I mean, it was a three-pronged situation in my position. I thought Mike Brown had a terrible rotation tonight. I really didn't appreciate the players that he brought in there. I thought he didn't line up the defense right, in terms of the players he had matching up with the Pacers. I thought JB, unfortunately, those last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter and the first 3 minutes of the overtime, he was flat, and it caused him to it caused us to lose the game, unfortunately, which is he's okay. He's allowed to have a bad game. Well, he didn't have a terrible game. It was just bad timing for when he played poorly. And overall the defensive effort was pathetic tonight. And I put that on Mike Brown because, like he said in the press conference, with the screens and everything, that's his job. His job is to figure out those screens. His job is to put the players in position to win the game. So he can chalk it up to what Rick Carlisle was doing, but his job is to outsmart Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
And this is a Rick Carlisle who's without. Now imagine this in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals with a Halliburton. How does Mike Brown combat that? That's my only issue with what he did tonight. And I mean, we can talk about the reason I don't think Clarkson should play is not about his offensive side of the game. Mm-hmm. The dude has a 120 net defensive rating. Mm-hmm. You can't get worse than that in the NBA. You can't allow that on this team.
So what are you saying? You would have went with Kolek? What do you do there in that spot? You going with Kolek?
No, I don't necessarily go with Kolek. You play Diawara more. Allow him to play more minutes. It doesn't. Kolek is not necessarily the answer. He's a good point guard who has developed more so than we thought he would. But it's not just about Kolek. It's about not playing certain players. Clarkson belongs on the end of the bench. In my opinion, Clarkson is the new campaign. That's basically what he's become. He's the new campaign, and unfortunately, that's what it is. That's the Knicks rotation. Like, there's a player that you have to understand this is what his limitations are, and you don't play him.
Okay. All right.
That's it. That's all I'm saying about Clarkson. But the Knicks had a bad game. It's not the end of the season. They're going to recover. They're going to come out against Philadelphia, and I think they're going to be, quality. I don't think OG plays because there's no reason to play him before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we got Mitch back, which will defensive presence more so. I think we need to feature more Cat. I think Mikal needed to be featured in the end of the fourth quarter and the overtime. And these are things that, you chalk it up to a bad loss, bad positioning, bad coaching, and you move on to the next game.
All right, there we go, man. Zach on the Discord. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. He said Clarkson is just Terry Johnson reincarnated 2.0. It ain't that bad. I don't think he's that bad. He's struggling, man. I think he'll be back, man.
I think he'll be back too, man.
Yeah, I think.
Look, he started off the season very well. I know it's very easy to forget how Clarkson started off the season. Started off the season way better than Campaign started off or even played last year with the Knicks. But he's going through a struggle right now. He's trying to figure out his rhythm. I think he's pressing a lot right now when you watch him on the court. He's just trying to make something happen. But he'll get back to a rhythm, man.
Yeah.
I think after this break, he'll slowly ease back into it. But look, I think the difficulty with what Clarkson's facing right now is that now you bring in Alvarado. Alvarado has to get some minutes. He's definitely going to get a lion's share of that backup point guard minute because he gives you that same intensity as Deuce does, and they do need that. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, he is going to be your initiator, your primary ball handler for that second unit. So he's going to get a lot of the looks. Once again, trying to get him more acclimated, make him feel comfortable with the system that Mike Brown's trying to implement here, make sure that he feels comfortable with all the guys who he's sharing the court with. That's going to be the primary focus right now since we're going into the, essentially the back half of the season, since it's going to be after the All-Star break. He's going to be the primary focus. So with that, it will make Clarkson's ability to get back into the rotation and get into rhythm a little bit more difficult. So he really has to, hone in on all these opportunities that he does get on a night-to-night basis and whatever he gets in practice.
Let's see, who else do we have here on the Discord? Let's get to the Garden Report. STGNick on the check-in. STG, tell us about the vibes. Tell us about the vibes tonight, man.
The vibes were okay. Not the best game, but that did not look like a 13-40 team overall and 3-22 on the road. They got up for this one, and so did they when we played out in their place in Indiana. They took a Brunson basically game winner to win that one. They rose up to the occasion, I thought, for sure. They came out ready to go. McConnell got going in the third quarter. The Knicks never really had an answer for him. I liked Alvarado's full court pressure. That was good. But I thought, like some of the callers had said, I thought it had a little stagnant there at the end of the fourth. And then in overtime, it just got a little predictable, especially when, I think Naismith does one of the better jobs on Brunson.
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen him so many times over the past few years in the playoffs and the regular season. He had a nice block on him there, but
yeah.
That's what I'm
just like. That's what I'm just like at that point, man. I'm just like we can just switch it up. We don't have to force this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it mandatory to do this? Why not try something else? We got McCall was cooking in the fourth. Cat is still there. That's where the frustration lies.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think down the stretch, you got to it doesn't always have to be one person. I know they tried to run a few pick and roll, and then, of course, the one they run, counts as an offensive foul. But
yeah,
it was tough. Didn't get a chance to call in after the game on Sunday, but that was a good win in Boston, though. That was a good win for sure.
That was a good one. Are you headed to Philly?
I'm actually going to take off tomorrow for Philly. I haven't missed one there in a while, but like I got to load management. We'll call it load management tomorrow.
You got to get ready for the post All-Star.
Exactly. I'm like OG. I won't be there tomorrow.
All right, there we go, man. STGNick with the Garden Report. Appreciate you, man. We'll check in on the other side of All-Star, man.
Sounds good. Coming out against Detroit, first game back at the Garden. That'll be a good one.
That will be a good one. I think I might have to pull up for that. You might see me in there, man. I'll keep
Sounds
you posted.
good.
STGNick on the Discord, Al. Yeah, man. Even STGNick's a little dejected. He's not even going down to Philly, man. He's not taking a turnpike trip. Says he can't do it.
Not hopping on the iron horse, as you would say.
Not hopping on the iron horse, man. Everybody's kind of, in that all-star kind of wave, man. I'm trying to take that break.
Well, we'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll definitely be here. Okay, who else we got in the chat? If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. Also, throw your cities, throw your country, your flags in the chat. Let us know where you guys are checking in from, and we will shout you guys out as well, man. This is KnicksFanTV, the #1 show for the fans, by the fans, CB the franchise. Alex Rotaros in the building. Knicks lose to the Pacers 137-134 in overtime. So we had to turn this one into a little Knicks therapy. We were a little a little aggravated. It happens. We were celebrating a little too much on Sunday, and so now we had a disappointing loss. So just a little reset.
Had to be humbled, CP.
Yeah, just a little reset. We can't always be on a high note. So just a little reset, man. That's it. All right. We had the welcome home for Grand Theft. Didn't do so hot. Did he meet with the media? Did we have any Grand Theft soundbites? His first game in the Garden.
Let's see. I gave you what I saw early.
Okay.
Let's take a little look more.
Okay. While we wait on that, man, shout out to another one of our sponsors of the night, and that is Car Gurus. Hey, speaking of Grand Theft Alvarado, hey, if you're looking to buy a car, hey, that's a big decision in your life, man. You don't want to feel rushed, confused, or second-guessing yourself, especially with the prices being where they are now. That's why I mess with Car Gurus, Al, man. That's where I got my whip. And what I love is how simple they make the whole process. With Car Gurus Discover, you can skip all those annoying filters and just search the way you actually think. You tell it what you want. Maybe it's good gas mileage for the road trips. Maybe, you're going down to Philly. You want some good gas mileage. Extra trunk space for the family, or for something comfortable for that daily commute. And it shows you real shoppable listings that actually match. That's a game changer. And if you're at the dealership, the Car Gurus app has this feature called Dealership Mode. It's basically a cheat code. You can compare the car right in front of you to a similar option, check the deal rating, see price history, and even estimate your final cost. All on the spot. That's confidence right there, man. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has one of the biggest selections out there, so you're seeing real options and real deals. No wonder it's the #1 most visited car shopping site. So whether you're buying or selling, don't guess. Make your big deal the best deal. Go to cargurus.com. That's CARGURUS.com. Cargurus.com. Shout out to them for sponsoring today's show. All right, let me see. See what you said here.
No audio from Jose Alvarado tonight, but Pistons did lose to the Washington Wizards.
Okay, again?
They did lose tonight to the Washington Wizards again.
Wow, so they washed the Knicks by 30 twice, and they can't beat the Wizards. You can't make it
make sense, CP.
You can't make it up. Did they announce the suspensions for those guys scrapping, fighting, and whatnot? Did they announce that?
Let's see. I didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see that one yet.
Okay. But that's another reason why this game. It's like you got some chances here to gain ground on 2 games before you go see the Pistons on the other side of the All-Star, and they with likely not having some of their better players. You got a chance here to really gain ground on the Pistons, man. So. That to me, that's why this game is also frustrating. It's kind of like opportunity lost here.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Are you sure? I don't think they played tonight. You sure? You might be looking at last week, my guy.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think they played. There was only 4 games. It was only a couple games on tonight. I don't think they played.
Retweet. Was it from last week?
Yeah, okay. All right, algorithms got you a little bit. It's all right.
Yeah, it was. It was a retweet from last week. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Well, you know, that's how the algorithm goes, man. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Hey, man, it's getting late, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late. It's getting late, man. Yeah. I think there's only like 4 games on tonight, man. It's only like 4.
I'm also watching the Lakers get whooped by the Spurs.
I'm watching that. I'm watching that as well. Castle just took a crazy fall. Spurs up by damn near 30 with 6 seconds left to go in the half. Okay. Shout out to Eric Horn, $5 super chat, says, please, can you speak on these teams tanking and messing up our picks? Yeah, I talked about it, man. I talked about it on Begley's show during the trade deadline. And coincidentally, it was announced by, I think it was Mark Stein that, or Windhorse rather, that this has come up in the most recent competition committee meetings. League's going to do something about it. Trust and believe. League is going to do something about it. The tanking, especially now in this half of the season, has been pretty blatant and egregious between what the Wizards are doing, the Jazz. So they're going to do something about it, man. And it's making, like I said, it's making these conditional picks absolutely worthless. So, yeah, too bad for the Knicks. They won't get justice on either one of these, but we fight for the future, man. It's for the future. It's not about now. It's for other teams to benefit at our expense. Your thoughts?
They definitely need to look into this because you can't just allow teams who are making these trades where you think you're getting some sort of capital, some sort of return on giving up assets and not getting anything of value in the future, man. It's just it's bad business in the NBA. And then if you're going to do that, then why even promote offering future first round picks to trade at that point with conditions? Like at that point, just say if you're going to trade a first round pick, you can't put a protection on it, can't put any conditions on it. It is what it is at that point. Like you can't.
It's gone
because how many times do we got to see whether it's the Mavericks, that we got to get 2 second-round picks? Same thing with the Wizards, get 2 second-round picks. Where's the value in that? Where's the actual value in what you're trading? It's essentially saying that the team can essentially rob you of a talented player or whatever you're thinking that you're giving up and give you nothing in return. The league has got to look into that. And the fact that Adam Silver hasn't done anything yet, especially with the first time being the Dallas Mavericks, being like, oh, that's an issue. We should really look into that, considering that he's also a guy who went to law school. And the whole premise is if you see something wrong the first time, you figure out a way so that it doesn't happen again. It's a bad look for Adam Silver right now, man, because if Stern was alive, he would have stopped that right then and there and be like, no, this is how we're moving this thing going forward.
Yeah, man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. All right, we got 2 more calls on the chat. We got another one tomorrow, so we're gonna wrap soon and then get back to it tomorrow. Let's get to Grabba. Grabba on the Discord. Get on mute your mic.
Yo, I'm in the spot.
You in here, man? What's good?
Man, listen, it's doom and gloom time, man. It's doom and gloom time, man. I hate everything about Indiana. The place is a dump. The food sucks. I hate Rick Smits. I hate freaking Reggie Miller. I hate Tyrese Halliburton's smug look every time somebody makes a basket over there smirking.
Yeah.
I hate it all. Obi Toppin, you're not good in the city no more. I don't care if you're from Brooklyn. I ain't jacking you no more. Shout out to Aggravated, man. I'm Aggie tonight. I'm tired of losing to this team, man. You know, we trying to gain some ground on Detroit. They want to be Fight Club out there. You know, we supposed to gain some ground.
Yeah.
And, you know, shout out to Mando because these guys stunk up the joint tonight playing no defense. You know, they could have used some Mando tonight. You know, man, it's just, oh, man, I'm sick, CP. Alex, shout out to you. I agreed on most of the started tonight. We were too small in that starting unit. He's just shooting over everybody. Pascal shooting over everybody. I'm just dreading, man. I hate losing to Indiana, man. I hate everything about that team. I hate Boomer, that stupid mascot, that stupid rat, panther, whatever he's supposed to be. He looks stupid. I hate everything about that team. I'm out of here. I'm going to sleep. Good night.
Scribe on the Discord, man. Range of emotions, man. Hang in there, Grabba. Hang in there, man.
If that ain't New York energy, I don't know what is, CP.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, let's go.
Shout out to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck DL. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. A $100 super chat from Chuck, man. Franchise channel member, lifelong supporter of the show. Says, I'm in the minority here. Bad loss, but the Knicks didn't lay down. Pacers shot impossibly in trays. Says, Knicks showed me things in pressure, inbound situations I haven't seen, especially on defense. We just missed open game winners. GTA was jittery and understood. Okay, so Chuck's he's going glass half full, man. He's going glass half full, and maybe the GTA thing. His family was in the stands. Maybe he was a little bit jittery, but I mean, he still had the 5 dimes. I thought it was a defense where, like Grabba said, these guys are kind of just shooting over the Knicks. Like I'm not even sure. Like I think tonight, it was interesting when we watched the Celtics game, the size difference. You didn't really feel that. In terms of his presence on the court, you kind of felt it tonight. I'm like, all these guys, and it wasn't even like, it's not like McConnell and Nembhard are just towering over him, but when they shoot and they get up in those high release points, can't stop it. They shot right over him, and he can't really impede that.
Yeah, they definitely do shoot over players. I would say that the difference is like when you're watching Alvarado go against the Celtics, who's he guarding? Peyton Pritchard. Like he's closer in size to Alvarado than Nembhard. Like Nembhard's, I think it's 6'5". There is quite a size gap over there. So, but look, I even thought I like the hustle tonight. Even when was it against Siakam? I think it was against Siakam. Where he just was able to get just knock it loose. And so, I do like the effort, man. He will be fine. I'm not worried about tonight, and it's just tonight. But this team just understands. They just understand who they are and how to play. And even though this is a losing team, you still see that they play to their identity. They still understand the core values that they try to hone in every single night. Who to get it to, how they're going to attack, how they're going to balance it all out. And so it doesn't even matter if it's like a size difference. They just know where they want to get to on the floor and how they're going to get there, man. I feel like that is probably the bigger thing to me. Siakam is like the true guy that can shoot over guys. Nembhard, I think if you put Alvarado and give him an actual, if there's actually everybody's playing defense, because here's the other thing too when we look at defense, and you can watch one guy defend one person, but the reality is that defense is a whole team aspect. It doesn't matter if you are walking one guy up, if he passes to somebody else and that other guy can't defend him, or you don't have help side defense, it's just going to be easy all night long. So even if Alvarado had a great individual night defending, it's not going to look great because nobody else was doing their job defensively. So it doesn't even really matter, man, to that standpoint.
So to our guys in the chat on the check-in, let's see, man. We got Reno Bletzer checking in from South River, New Jersey by way of the PI, by way of the Philippines. Shout out to our guys. LP, Austin, Texas. JFK checking in from Columbia, South Carolina. Mellow Mike, Patterson, New Jersey. Which boxer was a Pride of Patterson? It was a boxer or basketball player? I'm bugging. I think it was a boxer. Pride of Patterson, New Jersey. So, Mellow Mike, which boxer went by the Pride of Patterson, New Jersey? Or was it a basketball player? Was it Tim Thomas? Shout out Fabian Aramaris, man. Yorktown, New York. Fabian, salute. We see you in here. What other franchise channel members you want to shout out, Al?
Shout out to Father Peace in here. Shout out to Aggravated Man. Shout out to Christopher Blake for being in here as well. Shout out to Vincent May. Shout out to you.
I hated Travis Best too, and Dale Davis, man. Go ahead. I'm seeing some patient names in the chats. People we hated.
Shout out to the KFTV resident DJ Eric L. Beats in the chat as well. We got Timothy Danzler in here as well. Vic from the Sty. Shout out to you. We got the Shells. We got Junior Caroma. We always got the regulars in here. We got John Talento, too. Who else? Who else we got in here, man? We got DJ Edsy. Shout out to all those guys.
DJ.
Man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, DJ's tapping in from London, man. He checks in early with us. The DJ's up early with us. Shout out to him. Okay.
Damn.
Victor Cruz, absolutely from Madison, man. Shout out to Vic, man. He had us going, man. He had us relevant. Shout out to Rick. Did a great job for us. Antonio Davis. Hurricane Carter. Ruben Hurricane Carter. You ever see that movie out, The Hurricane?
No.
Oh, that was some of Denzel's best work. That was some of Denzel's best work, man. Austin Crochet, I couldn't stand him. Couldn't stand him. I hated Mark Jackson as a Pacer. Most definitely. I threw all that New York stuff out the window. When Mark was a Pacer, I couldn't stand him. Couldn't stand him, man. He used to do the shimmy. He used to do the little... I couldn't stand it, man. I couldn't stand it. I thought Mark was a pacer through and through, man. Yeah.
Oh, you see I mean, if you just go back and watch any of the videos, he looks thrilled.
Oh my goodness.
But like when you get traded from a team, it's like, why not? Why can't you? Like even look at Obi tonight, right?
Yeah.
Look at
Couldn't
Obi.
wait to bury him. Couldn't wait.
You saw what he did to Josh Hart, give him the too small.
Yeah. Yeah. Jermaine O'Neal. He was an annoying pacer too. Yeah. Yeah.
He was an annoying pacer.
He was. They have a lot of them, man.
Roy Hibbert. Paul George.
Yeah.
David West.
Yeah, PG did get us a little bit. Oh, David West. He was a problem though. David West was a problem. Man.
He was a problem.
He was a problem.
Hill.
Which Hill? Which Hill are you talking about?
George Hill?
George Hill.
Yeah, George Hill.
George Hill was a problem. Yeah, he was
annoying, man. I mean, that Pacers team was just so annoying because they were the tallest team possible. Like,
yeah.
Good Lord, man.
Yeah. Yeah, George Hill, he was a scrapper, man. I liked him. Definitely.
Lance Stevenson on that team, too.
Born Ready. Shout out to Born Ready. All right, Cliff, close us out, man. Tired. Cliff.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, man?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
I'm good. I was at the game, so I gotta, I could do the other report, like yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I got some tickets last minute. Shout out to the guy. I was in the 100s.
Okay.
I got a good view. I got a good deal.
Nice.
And I just tell you, man, as a Knicks fan, I hate the Philly and Boston because it's just tradition. Chicago also, Miami, but the Pacers are the most irritating team. Like to me, I just cannot take it with them all the time. And it's just that why is this team tanking? It's not just them, but it's just everybody gets up to play us. Like, oh, you know what? Yeah, we're tanking. Oh, wait, we're playing the Knicks. Oh, no, we got to become the 2017 Warriors right now. And tonight, it was just about the defense. I just didn't. Alvarado definitely had some nerves. He did get an ovation, and it was cool to see that. I like seeing him there. That's the reason why I showed up. But it's just, I think, I guess we kind of, spent all our energy on Sunday, and then tonight we just didn't have it. But it's just, and tomorrow, of course, we got to face Philly, and then there's that. But, I think that after this long ride off the one train, I'm down. I was at the game. I was annoyed, but, we can get over this. There's still a lot more games to go. And then, tomorrow we'll win, and the next thing it'll be, sunshine and roses and all that. So we got this. Let's just, another few games to go. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's get healthy. Hopefully Mitch and OG come back soon, and then Deuce prayers up, and then Alvarado will be all right. All right. So take care, and see you guys. I'm waiting for see you guys tomorrow night.
There we go, Cliff Clairval on the Discord. Shout out to Cliff, man. Get home safe. Cliff tap it in with the Garden Report. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Remember that we are available in audio podcast format, guys, so no reason to miss it. And, hey, good show, good therapy session. Men OB, welcome to the franchise channel members. We appreciate you. Let me get out of here, man.
You know who's another annoying pacer?
Who's that?
He's one of our own, too. On our test.
Yeah, but, Matt, he didn't really kill us per se. He didn't really kill us per se, but yeah, he wasn't.
But the intensity that he brings, man.
Yeah, he was.
He's one of those guys where it's like, if he's not on your team, you're just like, what? Come on, man.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that's true. That is true. Salute to Cliff, man. Salute to everybody for went down a rabbit hole of Pacers that we hated. That's good, man. It's there. That's all part of the process. To get rid of this, now we get to Philly tomorrow, and we hope we get a win. You know what I mean? Great show, Al. Great show, Chuck D, all the mods. Christopher Blake, we see you in here. Salute to you, man. And, yeah, man, like, share, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. And hopefully we get a bounce back win. Last one before the All-Star break. Keep it locked here, man. Number one show for the fans, by the fans. We out of here. Peace.